Hello, everybody. Welcome to the new episode of the Dialogue Room podcast. We're your hosts, Nadia and Yusuf, and today we are here with a special guest. Can you please introduce yourself and tell us a little bit more about yourself?
Hello everyone, my name is Amila and I'm a student at iOS. I'm 21 years old. I study at the Visual Arts department. I chose art because I love it and I'm really into it. I remember the time when I was 17, when I was still in high school, I was contemplating should I go to the arts or medicine because I really liked medicine, and of course I chose arts.
You chose art because you liked it more. Did you feel any kind of pressure when choosing college?
I did feel a bit of a pressure from my family because they did not really understand what I'm going for, to be precise, for graphic design. So they wanted me to go for medicine because I went to medical high school.
You study visual arts. Do you feel like people from your age that found, the job earlier in their careers, do you feel like they are more successful than you?
I'm not really sure, but I did sometimes feel a bit behind because there were people who didn't understand what graphic design really is, and there were so many questions like what will you do in your life? It's just art, I did never feel behind from someone that's more successful than me because I kind of have a goal that I'm gonna be either successful as them or more successful than them.
I think that there's this rumor, let's say, about graphic design or any art majors, really, that art majors won't be successful or that they're wasting time, they're wasting money, they're wasting resources. Did you ever had a moment in your life when you were like, oh my God, what am I doing with my life? Or maybe my parents who really wanted me to go into med school were right?
Sometimes, yes, because I wish someone told me to not put pressure on myself in choosing what I'm gonna do. Because when you mention art, mostly in Bosnia, they always think about Mona Lisa or some paintings. They never have a more a wider spectrum of art, like graphic design, and how it's gonna escalate in the future and how is actually the future,
I feel like there's a pressure from the society on young adults to instantly know what they want and to kind of focus only on one thing when we're not made for that. I remember when we were in high school, professors would come in our class and take 5 minutes of the class and be like, so what do you want to do when you grow up? What's your major? What are you going to go? What college? And the students that were like, oh, I don't know what I'm going to do. They were like, how come? And that always felt kind of weird to me because they're expecting that from 18-year-olds. And even nowadays, 18-year-olds, which relatively still teenagers, 18, are expected to know everything about themselves, are expected to know what future holds for them, and are expected to create that plan that they have for themselves a reality in future. Did you ever had moments where you just kind of were stuck in a loop where you absolutely didn't know what to do with yourself? Or were you one of those students that kind of knew what way you're going to go through, even when you graduated from nursing school, right? You graduated from nursing school. Did you instantly know that, okay, this is the path that I've chosen, I'm going to go to med school? Or was it more of a loophole where oh, maybe I should go to visual arts, maybe I should go to nutrition, maybe I should go this, that? What was your experience like?
I did kind of feel stuck in a loop, especially when I was in the last grade of high school, because there were so many questions from different adults, what am I gonna do with my life? What am I gonna study? What will I be? Nursing school is a good school. You can immediately find a job after you finish it, but it's not a career for me. I felt like that. I do have an example of my friends that were pressured from the side of their parents, to go, I don't know, let's say maybe madrasa. They didn't want to go to madrasa, but they had a pressure from their parents and they went there. But after that, they chose something completely different. So the pressure that society puts on us is actually really big, because you have adults who already know what they're doing with their life, or they actually know what will they do, and then they put pressure on 18-year-olds who still don't know where they are, like maybe either stuck in the loop or still don't know how to make decisions. They expect from them to make a decision in a moment.
Do you think it's realistic to choose a lifelong career path in your early 20s? Do you think many of them survive the societal pressure?
I'm not really sure. In my personal experience, I survived the pressure. I'm here where I am now. There are some people that I know that went like for 3 years in one college, and at one moment they just switched to another department because they didn't feel really comfortable in that department. So you never know what's going to happen in your life or what you're going to choose next.
When you were talking about the society and the pressure society puts on us, let's put in perspective, like, you know, our fathers, mothers, they got married really young. I mean, it was a common thing back then. But even today, we see a lot of our friends who were, I know, just finished high school, literally yesterday, and they have relationships. They are, I don't know, saving money to get married. Do you think we have that pressure from society, like to get married when we are younger?
No, I think that the pressure for the married relationships and such is much lower than it used to be in the days of our parents, because we live in a time where everything is getting more developed, where you get more opportunities, for your career. So there's no much pressure for getting into marriage. In my personal experience, my parents encouraged me to go to college rather than to get married.
Did you ever feel like you were behind from your peers that were in relationships, or like peers that would jump from one relationship to another? Did you ever feel like you were left out?
Oh, that's a tough question.
Yeah, that's why I asked.
I mean, I did have some relationships, but after those relationships ended, I figured that I'm better off single. I'm kind of not ready for the commitment and the pressure that relationships puts on you. I mean, I'm being serious, you know?
Yeah.
I'm a young adult. I don't need commitment at this age, and I need to focus on myself and creating my career path.
But then comes the question. What if you focus on your career and then you don't get with anyone? You die, old, alone.
I don't think that's gonna happen. I mean, I do have...
I'm joking, but no. I'm just saying from the perspective, like, hypothetically speaking, if that happens.
No, I mean, I have some plans in my mind, but, like, my first plan is to finish this college, and after that, I'm gonna get into it to, let's say, find someone for me that's, like, the same as me, has the same interests.
If you find someone right now in this situation where you're, let's say, focusing on your career, do you think that, let's say, your soulmate can help you focus on your career and on the other hand be with him in a relationship, you know, be happy, and he can help you focus on your career and so on? Or you think that if you find a man, then your career is going down?
I don't think my career would go down by finding a man. No man can bring me down, let's be serious. But,
Girl power.
but I think that if I found a man or a relationship right now, I think I would be able to find a balance in between my study life and my relationship. I'm sure of it. Mm-hmm. I do have a question for you, Nadia. How and why did you choose this department, and did you contemplate what are you going to do in your life?
Oh, that's a really fun story because I have a lot to say about that. I didn't even think of choosing this major. I'm studying media and communications, by the way, for those of you that don't know. I actually wanted to study criminology. But I didn't end up going for that path because I found out that you can't work in a field if you're a hijabi. And, you know, I'm like a religious woman, so I couldn't do that. I came to the scholarship exam and I nailed it so good that I decided to just go here. And everybody told me that this is something that fits me. So it's really interesting to me how sometimes we won't even think about choosing something, but we're going to end up following a path that is literally meant for us. And never in my entire life did I think that I would go to IUS, or did I want to. No shade. And never did I think that I wanted to study media and communications, but I ended up studying that and I ended up enjoying it way more than I thought I would. And anyone I met and told what I'm studying, they would be like, oh my God, that fits you so well. And I'd be like, well, I guess it does, which is so fun to me because I also never thought I'd be friends with him, let alone host a podcast with him. So that's something interesting.
A bit unrelated to the team, you said you wanted to study criminology. How did you feel when you found out that as a hijabi you wouldn't be able to work after you finish criminology? And how did you feel that you knew you had to choose something else?
Well, I was kind of depressed. Like,
Reasonable.
I was low-key depressed because I didn't plan on really studying anything else. I really love criminology. I love all things crime. And I felt like I'm just not going to go anywhere. I felt like I'm just going to live life without a college degree because there was nothing that was interesting to me other than criminology. So that was fun. I'm glad you didn't end up in medicine, though, because my sister goes to nursing school and she hates it. She whines every day. So I'm really happy that you get to do art, visual art and graphic design. She's really talented. She's the one, by the way, she's the one that took photos of us for the podcast cover, and she's the one that edited it. And yeah, she's also a member of the Chronicle.
She's making me blush so much. I'm looking focus. How do you feel now? I'm so sorry, Yusuf. You will get your turn.
We'll get there. Yeah.
It's girly talk now.
Yeah.
How do you feel now that you chose media and communication?
Like I said, it's really amazing. I love it so much. When I came here for the open door, Professor, the myth, the legend himself, Professor Hambo, said, you should start like a podcast or something like that. And I'm like, I definitely should. And yeah, he kind of sold the university to me. He was amazing. So I'm very glad that I listened to him and that I got here. Yusuf, you also study media and communication, and you're very talented. He worked in Misak. He was a editor. I hope you are happy with the degree they chose. Do you have anything to say to the viewers about your experience choosing a degree?
Well, as you mentioned before, Nadia and I were part of the newspaper club in our high school, and I was the co-director of that newspaper club. And yeah, I did a lot. When I first wanted to, go to college, firstly, I wanted to go to physiotherapy medical school because, I used to play sports a lot. Like I trained basketball and athletics, and I don't know how to say it in English, track. Yeah, track. Mm-hmm. And I trained those two sports and went to school, and I wanted to enroll something that was related to sports. But then, I don't know what happened. I just went to a newspaper club. And I know what happened. My mom was the director of that club, but never mind. And I started writing for that newspaper club, and then I got promoted to the director, let's say, male director of the newspaper club. And when I saw how much work you need to put in just one piece of paper so it can be published and look good and everything, I was like, okay, maybe if I don't go there, I'm gonna go something related to, journalism or something else, I don't know. And also, because I finished Muslim high school, I also thought about Islamic science school in Sarajevo. But that school was too much like high school related. It looked the same like high school to me. I wanted to do something new. And yeah, the coincidence of being a newspaper club and the media communication being related to that. And now I think I'm very proud of myself that I chose this, because not many people are in this course, and it's just 6 of us, I think, right now. Yeah. But I think that after some more years, more generations come, it will be much higher, because this faculty offers a lot of opportunity, and I'm glad I chose it.
You found yourself in it?
Yes, I found it.
If you could write like a letter to your 16-year-old self, what would you tell her when it comes to finding yourself? Are you happier now with yourself? Would the 16-year-old you be proud of who you are today?
Oh, the 16-year-old would be really proud of me right now, because the 16-year-old me was never this social. The 16-year-old me did never make decisions that I made now. So if I would write a letter to myself, I would most definitely brought up everything that I have achieved right now that I didn't even think of achieving. So I don't know. I mean, I do like the 16-year-old version of myself, but I like this version much more.
Well, firstly, 16-year-old me would think we are in the NBA right now, playing for the Lakers or something. I don't know. Not in the studio filming a podcast episode 3. But like, I don't know what would I write, but like, just, enjoy life. Let's say, don't rush things. Don't overstimulate your brain of the things that are not important to you. Don't chase girls that early.
Or buses.
Or buses, yes. And I don't know what else to say to my younger self. Because I can say that it was different, my two personalities. Like back then and now, I can say that I changed a lot. And the viewers can say that also. Those who know me from before, I think I changed a lot mentally and physically also.
Nobody asked, but the 16-year-old me.
Wait.
Yeah. Yeah.
How would a 16-year-old you feel about you right now? And what would you write, like a letter to your 16-year-old?
Wow, that's such a good question.
Yeah, no one.
I love it. My 16-year-old self would probably be like so proud, and she would be so excited. She would probably like get a heart attack and die on the spot, like, because she just wouldn't believe where we are now. She'd be so proud. Yeah, I think that's a wrap. Thank you, Amila, for joining us today, for sharing this vulnerable and important conversation with us. Thank you to our viewers for watching. And Yusuf, do you want to say anything?
See you in the next episode.
See you next time.